Hi friends, welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Today we are going to read The Three Snow Bears, and this is by Jan Brett. Now remember how we talked about sometimes we read stories that are similar to other stories we've read before, or they might have the same author. If you remember, just a few lessons ago we read a story called The Mitten. So this one is called The Three Snow Bears, and it is written by the same person. Jan Brett wrote both of them. And if you remember, in her story, she always kind of shows what's happening next on this one. And then there's also some photos happening on this side as well. So it might be a little hard to see as I read it to you. So if you're interested, maybe you can go to the library one day if they're open. And you can check this book out so you can look at the pictures a whole lot closer. So we'll go ahead and get started with this story for today. I'll scoot a little closer. Here we go. "Come back," Aloki shouted as her huskies floated out to sea. Oh no, she knew that although an ice floe is a good place to fish, it is a bad place to lose a dog team. Not far away, a snow bear family had just started to eat their breakfast. But it was way too hot for Baby Bear. There she is chasing them over there. "Owie!" yelled Baby Bear. "My breakfast burned my mouth." "We'll go for a stroll and let the soup cool," Mama Bear said. Maybe if I hold it back you can see it, Mom. Aloki ducked inside. Right away she smelled something delicious. Across the room she saw a big bowl, a middle-sized bowl, and a small bowl. Surely the good smell was coming from the three bowls. Aloki took a sip from the biggest bowl. "Ow!" she cried. "Too hot." She took a sip from the middle-sized bowl. "Ew, too cold." She tipped up the littlest bowl and drank every drop. She said. "Not too hot and not too cold." In the next room, Aloki spotted 3 pairs of beautiful boots standing in a row. She put on the biggest boot. "Too big," she said. She put on the middle-sized boot. "Too fancy," she said. She put on the littlest pair. "Just right," she said, wiggling her toes in the soft fur lining. Aloki walked into the last room and found a long sleeping bench piled high with fur covers. Heat from an oil lamp warmed her cheeks and made her sleepy. Time for a nap, she thought. She crawled under the highest mound of covers. Too lumpy, she grumbled. She tried the middle bed with the furry fringe cover, but sank down so far that she could hardly breathe. Too soft, she said. She rolled over to the small sleeping place. The furry blanket was cozy and warm, and the pillow was just her size. "Ah, just right," Aloki murmured, and was asleep before she could take her boots off. If Aloki hadn't fallen fast asleep, she might have heard her dogs barking happily. Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear had spotted them adrift in the strong current and gone out to save them. The Snow Bear family was pushing Aloki's dog team back toward their igloo for safety. Papa Bear crawled into the igloo and saw his big bowl sitting in a pool of spilled soup. "Someone has been tasting my soup," he roared. Mama Bear rushed in and saw that her soup had been sloshed around too. "Someone has been sipping my soup," she growled. "Someone found my soup," sputtered Baby Bear in her high, squeaky voice, "and they ate it all up." Papa Bear ran into the next room and saw his boots in the middle of the floor. "Someone has been trying on my boots," he boomed in a big bear voice. Mama Bear put on her fancy boots. "Someone has had these boots on," she huffed, "and the fur is all bunched up." Baby Bear saw that her boots had disappeared. "Someone has taken my boots and left behind these not as good ones," she wailed. The bears ran into their bedroom. "Someone has been sleeping in my bed," Papa Bear bellowed. "Someone has been sleeping in my bed, too," Mama Bear cried. Baby Bear peeked at her little bed and squeaked, "Someone has been sleeping in my bed, and here she is." A Loki opened her eyes and saw the three bear noses only inches away. She hopped out of bed and dove between Papa Bear's huge furry legs. Quicker than a sail, a Loki ran from room to room until she burst outside. Her huskies bounced around, barking and smiling their doggy grins. A Loki and her dogs flew over the frozen ice, dodging ridges and cracks. She looked back to wave a thank you to the snow bears. She couldn't see them, but she heard a big rough voice, a middle-sized voice, and a high squeaky voice calling to her, "Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye." All right, I just thought it was pretty silly in that story that she found an igloo that belonged to bears, and she tried all their stuff. It's pretty silly. But anyways, I hope you guys have a super fun day today. Make sure you stay nice and warm. I'll see you later.